TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. Who That family, check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.
We talked about it in the huddle, but our guys, they know that 39 points in the first quarter is unacceptable to try to win a game. And we all just talked about it, held each other accountable, and said we got to come out and be better. And they did. To their credit, they came out, they executed the game plan defensively, and that leads directly to our ability to play offense.
Look, Coach, I don't know about you, but it felt from our end, that was playoff intensity, playoff atmosphere in this building, and you were able to kind of harness the energy and feed off of that. Is that kind of the idea of what you guys need to do in this building?
Most definitely. Our crowd was great. Our fans were great. The energy in the building was fantastic. And those are the type of games that we have to come in and execute, and we really played well, especially in the second half. We executed on both ends of the floor. But our defense, once again, it was stifling. So I'm proud. We're all proud of our guys and what we did tonight.
You said all season, you want Devonte to be aggressive. Just what do you think about him doing that tonight?
That was great. That's the Devonte that we are accustomed to seeing. We know every game he won't have 30, but just his awareness to just be aggressive offensively for us, and we needed his scoring.
Yeah, and him and Jose kind of keep that fourth quarter run for you guys. I mean, just what do you think about Jose's ability to continue to impact the games? Despite being an undersized player.
He's great. His energy, his fire. That kid he's amazing out there. He just goes and he plays hard every single possession. Sure, he'll make some mistakes, but his intentions are in the right place. And over and over again, we're putting him on the floor. We're putting Herb on the floor, rookies, Trey as well. And those guys are getting better and better. Najee, same thing. And it's great to see, especially from where we were to where we are now. This is the vision that we kind of have for our group.
And was there a talk in the locker room like, look, Devonte, you got to keep the fro from now on?
For sure. He can't change his hair now after scoring 30. So hopefully next game he'll have that same look. But no, he was aggressive. He shot the ball extremely well. And this is a big time win for us.
And you spoke about, where you guys come from. I feel like I asked you a bunch of times this season, hey, this is the record when BI is out. This is what it's looking like when BI is out. Now you see these last 3 games, y'all are really starting to find a rhythm. What have you seen, lately, now that y'all are figuring out how to be successful even when BI is not out there?
Well, I think the blessing within it all is that we have guys that are resilient no matter what. We don't use guys being out as an excuse. Those are facts, but we just come in the gym. We continue to work hard. We execute. And look, we want Brandon back. He's a huge part of what we do. It's hard to replace what he brings to our group, but it just means there's opportunity for other guys, and they have to step up and execute the way we did tonight. So the blessing is that we're getting to that point. We still got work to do. Still, 9 games left. So we're not, getting ahead of ourselves. But at the same time, I love what we're seeing from our group.
Just how big was it to finish that second half the way you guys did, considering the two that you have coming up here this weekend that are going to be pretty big?
Yeah, coming off the road trip, I think gave us some confidence and momentum. Winning in San Antonio, winning in Atlanta, especially Atlanta coming down the stretch, that was a game where we really had to execute. They got back in it. And then Charlotte, same thing. We didn't win that game, but going over the tape and film, guys understand we had some missed opportunities, a couple turnovers down the stretch, and this is where we have to just be really good the last 5 minutes of the game. We did that tonight.
Trying to access the way I make sure you don't get fined. But Charlotte, the Herb call goes against you guys, and it seemed like you lost a little bit of defensive footing down the end. There was a stretch today where some calls looked like they were going against you, some texts maybe in a second, and they responded differently today. How did you like how your team responded to the kind of in-game adversity that was kind of thrown at them?
It was great. It speaks to the resiliency of this team. And look, I'm myself as the leader, one of the leaders of our group. I'm trying to lay off the referees. It's a tough job, and we have some of the best referees in the business. With that being said, we have to respond better. We got to stop the technicals and just continue to play. Things are not going to go our way. Our group understands that. And to be quite frankly, we haven't earned it yet. But we will. And that's the key. Keep working towards our goals, stay focused. And the guys did that tonight, even when things wasn't necessarily going our way in terms of the fouls. Now, it's hard to argue. We shot 34 free throws, so I don't want to argue too much about that one.
Hey, Willie, what were your thoughts about Larry's debut?
Larry he was great. A little rusty, with some of his floaters and touch, but he picked it up as the game progressed. And we all can see that he's going to play a big role for us coming down the stretch. So we're excited to get him going. We're excited that he's healthy and playing, and hopefully we can continue to progress with his minutes.
Coach, before that big fourth quarter, Trey Murphy got you 5 important points at the end of the third quarter. How big were they?
That was huge for us. I'm on Trey a lot, and he knows that, but I'm on him because he's the type of player that can be really good for us, and he understands. Just keep getting better. Get yourself in a position to shoot the ball, attack the basket when you have opportunities. That dunk at the end of the quarter was huge for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All thanks, Pelicans. You're now tuned into the Pelican Post Game Report. Much love to the flock. Appreciate y'all being in this installment of the Pelican Post Game Report. Pelicans handle up, man. Pelicans tame the Bulls 126-109 behind Devonte Graham. Behind his production right there, Pelicans handled the business, taking care of the Bulls in this one as they improved to 31-42. Welcome to the Pelican Post Game Report. I'm Big Q chiming in on this episode. Victorious, very good game by the Pelicans. They handled the business against the Bulls. They played a role of matador and take the Chicago Bulls down. We know my dog SB talks. Sports is not very happy, but remember, it's all about class. The Bulls handled up on the Pelicans. The first time around, we returned the favor. I'm Big Q. We're in the building. I got my co-host DC in the building. DC, let's talk about this one, man. 126-109.
Yeah.
Handle up. Good game.
Hold up. I gotta let my hair out for a minute. Devonte Graham, though, bro. What we got to say tonight? I think he might have heard the show. He came out, did his thing, man. Very big win from the Pels. The energy in the third quarter was crazy. So many momentum swings, and we kind of turned it into a blowout a little bit. But the Pels had to really go out and take this one, man. It was a very intense game, high energy atmosphere. The arena. You see the fans were all into it. You gotta love it, man. This was a special game tonight. You want to say, oh, this is the biggest game of the season. You say that a few 4-5 times this season, but this is another one of them games, man. This is huge. You go in and you topple the Lakers again. You're in ninth place. You kind of back in the driver's seat to controlling your own destiny after we had that winning streak going and we kind of fumbled there. We put ourselves back in position to go on another run. And you got Larry Nance coming back tonight, providing excellent ball play, man. I mean, that dude is he's great, man. He's gonna be a big addition. Larry Nance does a lot of things, and he does a lot of things right. You know what I'm saying? He still probably was rusty, so it's good seeing him out there. And you got Devonte Graham playing like this. You know what CJ McCullough gonna do? Oh my God, he's just so efficient. And we got all that going on. Zion on the sideline going crazy. You know, the bench is going crazy. Trey dunking on people. You know what I mean? It's up. It's up. So the Pels definitely they're in the driver's seat, man. They play the Spurs on Saturday, and it's gonna be the Lakers, and they're pretty much controlling their own destiny right now. Big game, man. A lot to be excited about. Can't forget Jose Alvarado. Grand Theft Alvarado.
Grand Theft Alvarado, indeed, DC. And the bench looked real good, man. Very good performance by the bench. They helped the starters as Graham broke through that glass ceiling, put the best individual game performance since his.
What's happening, Flockers? What's up with y'all,
much
family?
love to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the building. Much love to everybody. Teal, my dog Teal, and the rest of the fam. Brother B. Thomas, brother Trail, Tasha, Jeremy, Kevin, GM Kev, DB, Action Jackson. That's right. Go Pels. Shotty, Curtis, and the rest of the fam. Terry, I see everybody.
Jeremy.
Brother Craig, Stephanie, L. What's up, L? And the rest of the fam, Jay Nolan, and the rest of the fam, Josh in his bag, and all the entire fam. My dog, what's happening? Much love to the flock. Hit the like button, family. You're in the building. Much love to you. Please hit the like button, and please feel free to share the stream on your social media player feed as we get ready to go in this one. 126-109 Pelicans handled the business, man, on 49.4% shooting from the field. 41 of 83 by the Pelicans tonight versus the Chicago Bulls, 40 of 78 for 51.3. They shot 14 of 34 from downtown for 41.2%. Pelicans were 12 of 29 for 41.4, a little bit better. 15 of 19 from the charity stripe for the Chicago Bulls for just under 79%. And the Pelicans, look at that. The free throw shooting was phenomenal for the Pelicans tonight. They went to the line 34 times and converted 32 of 34 for 94.1% from the charity stripe. Very big production by the Pelicans right there. Yes, if the referees bless you to get to the charity stripe, you be hoggish, be selfish, get an armful, get everything that you can get out of there. 32 of 34.
I would think we were sinning. I don't think the referees blessed us. I think we was taking that shit.
43 rebounds by the Pelicans versus 33 by the Bulls tonight. They got 10 offensive rebounds out of that thing. 25-23 advantage Bulls in terms of the assists. Pelicans 10-5 on the steal. 4-2 by the Bulls on the block ratio of total turnovers. Pelicans only 11 turnovers, 15 points off versus the Bulls 15 with 20 points off fast break. Pelicans won that 16-12. Points in the paints, Pelicans won that 48-42 in the matchup. And of course, as you can see, the largest lead the Pelicans had was 17 versus 9 by the Chicago Bulls. They're handling up big production by the Pelicans. They shot a really good percentage they did pretty good shooting from the field as well as from downtown. And the biggest thing, DC, that I like is the fact that they had 34 attempts from the charity stripe and they finished with 94%. And if they just was flowing, they had the flow tonight. Let's talk about team stats.
Yeah, man, since you already covered the free throws, I'll move on a few other things. And you know what I'm going to start with, man. Rebounds. 43 of them things tonight. 10 offensive rebounds and holding the other team to 33. So they was getting rebounds, which means they were closing out their defensive possessions. Other than that first quarter, the Pelicans played pretty good on defense. And that was with Herb Jones missing a lot of minutes because he was in foul trouble.
Yep.
Other than that, I was very impressed with the 3-point shooting. Compliments of Mr. Devonte Graham was a huge chunk of that. But you did have guys like Jose Alvarado hitting some shots. You had Najee hitting some. McCullough gonna do his thing. Larry Nance added one in. Looking to get more efficient, with that 3 ball, at least tonight. So hopefully this can carry on over. We only took 29 of them and we hit 12. So that's good every night of the week. Still got to double back and mention the free throw percentage, though, because that is crazy. That's probably the highest percentage I would think we got all game. Maybe we had one game where we went 100% and didn't miss no free throws, but 94% on 34 attempts is insane, especially for us. A good mark for the Pels is usually around 80%, that 80, 84, 83, but 94% is pretty significant, man. And then you got the 10 steals. And it's a trend for us, man. Damn near every game we're getting double-digit steals. Great thing. You seen the energy effort tonight. Jose Alvarado doing his cat burglar, crawl down, or whatever you want to call it. Like he a goddamn lion about to pounce on something. He had 3 steals tonight. And just awesome all-out effort and energy. I wish they had a stat for that. That's why I love saying rebounds, because to me that shows effort and energy. And the Pels usually always lead the charge there. No different tonight, man. I was very impressed with the intensity in which they played at. And the Bulls came, hit us in the mouth, and we hit back. So we knocked their ass out. And we tried to embarrass them. Yes, we did. Because they embarrassed the shit out of us last time we played. And nobody was complaining then. So I wasn't mad that they was trying to do highlights and shit at the end of the game. They should.
Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And the Pelicans, man, listen, the Pelicans – they flossed on the Bulls tonight. They put 40 points on the Bulls in the fourth quarter while suppressing them to 24. The energy was there. They was doing it all. And remember, the Bulls embarrassed the Pelicans in the first counter they had. They embarrassed the Pelicans. So we returned the favor. We handled up. I just wish that Lonzo Ball was there so we can give him that work. But of course he was hurt. But anyway, great performance by the Pelicans, man. DC, let's get ready to head to the individual side of things to talk about how these guys really turned it up. And you made mention of Graham, and one of the family members said Golden Graham. No doubt about it. He was Golden.
That's nice. I like that one. Golden Graham.
30 points for Golden Graham tonight on 29 minutes of action, 8 of 12 from the field,
huh?
5 of 7 from downtown. That definitely was an excellent performance as he found his shot, man, and he got loosened, and that's what kind of production that we would love to see from Graham. We know that's not realistic for him to keep doing this, but hopefully this will be what it takes, because the energy around this team with Nance coming back and BI is right around the way. You're seeing Zion dunking through his legs off the glass and see him working with Brewer in one-on-ones. It's an excitement and an energy coming up from the Pelicans, the team overall. And it's just phenomenal that a lot of people are starting to witness that happen, that resurrection, as you will. But anyway, 5 of 7 from the field. And listen, he was 9 from 9 from the charity stripe. He got to the line 9 times and hit all 9 shots. So he had a floor at 30 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. He had a steal and plus 28 for Golden Graham tonight. He most certainly was Golden Graham. Second scorer was CJ McCollum, a steady 25 from him in 33 minutes. He was 50% from the field, 10 of 20. A struggle from downtown, 1 of 6, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. He had 25.6 assists, 3 rebounds for McCollum. And then the other scores, Big V in 34 minutes, 16 points, 19 boards, DC, 1 steal in the block. He had 5 turnovers in the matchup, 5 of 12 for Big V, 0 of 4 from downtown, but he was perfect from the charity stripe, 6 of 6. Then the next scorer, or the only other double-digit scorer you have to go to, if you're looking for the Pelicans, you got to go on the bench to Jose Alvarado. Graham Theft Alvarado, as they call him, 15 points in 30 minutes. He played 30 minutes tonight for Jose. 15 points, 5 of 10 from the field. He was 2 of 3 from downtown, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. 15.7 assists, 3 steals, and a rebound, and no turnovers in 30 minutes of action from Grand Theft Alvarado in this matchup. And of course, 7 from Herb Jones, DC, in 24 minutes of action. Like you said, he was facing foul trouble. He finished with 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and a couple of steals. Had kind of had a little injury issue there in terms of his fouls. but still gave you a little something. Then, of course, you look at guys like Larry Nance, who
Yeah,
scored
he had
9
Jose
points.
back.
He had 9 points in 18 minutes of action for Larry Nance, the first time in a while that he's been on the court, and he had some really good plays for Larry Nance. 3 of 6 from the field. He even hit a 3-pointer. He was 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block for Larry Nance. 7 from Trigger Trey Murphy. Yeah, nice block. 7 from Trey Murphy in 14 minutes. 3 of 5 from the field. 1 of 2 from downtown. 7 points from him. 6 for Billy Hernan Gomez in 13 minutes of action with 2 rebounds. 5 for Najee Marshall in 1 rebound in 12 minutes of action. Jackson Hayes finished with 6 points, 30 minutes, 2 of 4 from the field. He had 5 rebounds in 30 minutes for Jackson Hayes. So, like I said, the Pelicans handled the business. They handled the business well. And, of course, for the Chicago Bulls, their top guy was, of course, Zach Levine, 39 points in 40 minutes of action. The guy's just a monster. And, of course,
He torch us every time, bro.
And then, of course, Kobe White gets going, too. And he had another one. I don't know what it is about Kobe White and Zach Levine. Their games just translate well against the Pelicans. He had 23 in 29 minutes of action, while Levine had 39 points. Problem is, nobody else could help him out. The Pelicans defense was good. The bench outperformed them. The energy was totally theirs. The Pelicans was not going to lose this game, DC. Let's talk individuals, man. Who you got?
Man, I got a lot of guys, but, you can only talk about so many. But tonight, you definitely got to highlight Golden Graham going Super Saiyan tonight, dropping the 30 ball on him, bro. In 30 on 12 shots. I don't care who you are, man. That's impressive. Yeah, he did get 9 points at the free throw line, which is another stat that is extremely impressive for him. No, he got a lot of those fouls, at the end of the game, but still, not all of them was at the end of the game. We seen Devonte Graham attacking the paint. So obviously he's trying to do some things to change things up. And I hope he realizes that that's part of what got him 30 tonight, because he had a little dry stretch there, and he went back to attacking the paint, started scoring some more. So 30 points, 4 assists too. He got 2 rebounds and gave you a steal. But very efficient scoring tonight. Very big buckets. Came in the clutch too. Hit the free throws. Game wasn't technically on the line, but that was big shots that he hit. So shout out to Mr. Golden Graham. You know what I mean? And he got to keep the throw out, man. Everybody already telling Jose in the interview tonight, talking about him keeping the throw out. They asking Willie about it. Y'all in the chat talking about we need to put up some throw wigs for sale. So he gonna have to keep the hell like that, man, and keep this going. Hopefully it's a wave he could ride and build up all this momentum and be that guy that we originally thought he was gonna be when he first signed here, or even earlier in the season when he was playing a lot better. So shout out to him, man. Glad he got his game on track tonight. Finally got out of that atrocious slump, at least for one game. Hopefully he could be a lot longer. Keep it going, Devonte.
Yes,
but next up, none other than the model of consistency since he been here. All he do is wake up out the bed and give 25 points. CJ McCollum, man. Go ahead, he take 20 shots, get 25 points. Hit 10 of them. Becoming a mid-range assassin. I guess he filling in all the mid-range shots that we missing with BI, because, boy, he sure be lighting their ass up in the mid-range and that floater, man. It's almost automatic. When this dude miss, I'm shocked. And he did his little press run this week. Yeah, CJ, we heard you, man. He was on all type of podcasts everywhere. I was like, man, what about the Pelicans post-game report, bro? He went talking on everybody damn podcast this week. And he definitely that dude. And he's very confident. CJ is very confident, and it shows in his game tonight. He had 25, doing what he always does, man. Gave you 6 assists, a steal, 2 turnovers, probably the only low light in this. And he got 3 rebounds, 4 for 5 at the free throw line too, bro. I see you. I know you were shooting 68%, but he got that coming up, man. That's going to be out the window by the time the playoffs go. So he really been working on getting his free throw game together. Normally CJ is probably damn near a 90% free throw shooter, but for whatever reason this year has been crazy. But he hit 4 or 5 tonight. So shout out to Mr. McCullum. Next guy up, man. Big V did his thing, but I gotta talk about Jose Alvarado, man.
30 minutes, DC.
Wow. Grand Theft Alvarado, man. He does the crouching tiger, hidden dragon trick on everybody and keep getting them, Q.
Yeah.
he got another victim tonight. Instead, it wasn't a steal. He made Caruso travel off of it.
Right.
It's so funny every time he get him. But bigger than that, man, he did so many other things. Gave us scoring when we really needed it. They had parts in this game, even though we scored 126 points. What our offense was real stagnant, man. And another guy, Larry Nance Jr., also helped too. But Jose Alvarado, man, turned to another one of them games, man. Gives you 15 points off the bench, 7 assists to lead the team off the bench, 3 steals. You know, he got a rebound, knocked down 2 big threes on him, man. You know, and played a hell of a defense. I know Zach Levine scored 39, but I seen a lot of possessions where when Jose was on him, that was a tough go at it for him. And obviously Herb too. Herb did make it rough on him when he was out there. But big game from him, man. We needed every single one of those points. And he just seems to have this thing where when we need him the most, Jose rises up, man, to the occasion, man. Shout out to that guy. He don't play like a rookie. Truly amazing player. We're going to have to lock him up on a 6 or 7 year contract. Pels fans want him with a lifetime contract. You know, we don't never want Jose to go, man. Everybody loves him, and you can clearly see why. Dude's so passionate. He goes out there, he leaves it all on the court, gives you everything he got. You know what I mean?
He's a
We
problem.
got multiple guys like that on this team, man, and that's a blessing to have those type of guys, man. That's the identity of this team. They never quit, and he's one of the perfect players that's a representation of that, man. I don't care how off his game is, how it's going that night. He's going to give you 110% every night, man. And he's going to show up when you need him most. So shout out to Jose Alvarado, man. And a few other guys, you know, Big V did his thing. Definitely can't leave him out, man. Man got 16 points and 19 rebounds. That's insane. He was out there dominating the boards. He got 2 assists, a steal, and a block. You know, Big V's been getting a lot better on the defensive end. I know myself sometimes gave him a hard time about that, but he's pretty damn good, man. He was a big reason we won tonight too, in all aspects of the game, man. Really excited about this tandem of him and Larry Nance and Jackson Hayes, and we mixing Willie Herman Gomez into that. We have some truly special big men, bro. And tonight was one of those times. It's starting to show. Through him and Larry Nance, they kind of was highlighted tonight. Larry Nance returned tonight. He got you 9 points, you know, 4 rebounds, a huge ass block, and he hit down a smooth 3-pointer. And he's just coming back, man. And the way he was out there, I think Willie Green wanted to take him out. When Larry Nance was out there, everything was rolling good, man. The team was pretty much firing on all cylinders. And if y'all noticed, when Larry Nance came out the game at times tonight, it was a drop-off. So he knows what he's doing, knows his teammates. The chemistry was real good, makes a lot of high IQ basketball plays on the defense and offensive end. And glad that this guy suited up tonight, man. Glad to see him. I only look forward to him getting more minutes. As you heard Coach allude to, Willie Green ready to ramp them damn minutes up on Larry Nance. So I don't know what that's going to mean for Billy Herman Gomez and Nigel Marshall. Some of the minutes probably going to come from them. And we can't forget about Trigger Trado, man. What a hell of a highlight he put down tonight, man. Wow. That's all I could say. Came at the perfect time, too, because they was cheating us. They was cheating us on the fouls. And Trey fixed that shit with a damn 3 in their face and then dunked on somebody's head and stared them down. Gotta love it, Q.
What only thing I can tell you, DC, about Trigger Trey Murphy is that you're seeing the attitude come on. The dunk that he had.
That SB Sports Talk up in here. There you go. Found him up in here. Salute. Pelicans post-game report in the chat. I didn't know y'all was paying the refs for the. Come on, SB. SB, bro. You always got to say something slick at the end, bro.
SB,
just stay gracious. We had like 4 texts tonight. How we was paying the referees?
Boy, the Bulls.
What you mean? They gave Herb all them BS fouls so Levine could go off? Come on.
All I know is Trey Murphy dunking on SB's people, man. That's all I can say about it, bro. And the bottom line, SB, is Pelicans handled that business, man. Your Bulls got tamed today, Playboy. We split the season series, so Salute
Man,
to my
SB,
dog
SB up here
SB
talking
in the
about the
building.
Bulls got robbed, man. Go ahead on with that, SB, bro. You tripping.
No, back to Trey Murphy, man. You got to give Trey Murphy a credit. The dunking that he did there against the Spurs the other night when he just slammed it, the slam dam right there. You can see it in the corner. He just starting to get that attitude, and of course he did it again today. So Trey Murphy, man, finding his own, and it's fine because all of these guys, all the Pelicans guys, are starting to find that zone. You see, one of the last pieces, DC, to kind of come into that energy was Graham. And like
Right.
we're saying, if Graham comes and he provides not even what he did just tonight, which was phenomenal, but if he can do a steady 12 to 15 points per game, that will suffice. So I mean, like I said, man, the Pelicans, a lot of energy is swirling around the Pelicans. A lot of people start trying to throw salt in the game. I heard Stephen A. Smith garbage ass. I used to respect Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah,
basketball
Zion won't
commentary.
leave over there
I used to-
smiling from ear to ear
but
on the damn sideline, but
he's
he
saying-
unhappy. Yeah, and he won't leave.
He's saying any and everything to get views, and he used to give respectable basketball commentary, and now he's just throwing out a bunch of BS. But the Pelicans, man, they scared of the Pelicans. The Pelicans about to shellac all of these teams, especially when Zion Williamson finally gets healthy. BI is coming back real soon. The Pelicans, they scared, man. They scared. They don't want to see the Pelicans. The Pelicans about to run through all of these teams. Y'all gonna see when they get healthy. You're gonna see. It took a
BI
while.
about to come back this weekend.
BI coming back.
Watch BI. BI gonna come back either the Lakers or the Spurs game.
Watch how it all looks.
Watch how they be shaking in their boots then.
Watch.
You put BI with all this?
They
Come
all
on, man.
they all
Come
afraid.
on, man.
They are afraid of the Pelicans. The Pelicans.
And Zion ain't even out there yet.
It's coming, and there's nothing that none of them can do about it. Trust
Yeah,
me on
boy.
that. We've been saying it. It's coming. They terrified. They terrified.
SB funny, man. SB talking about if Zoe would have played, the Bulls would have won. Boy, you funny, boy.
Man, boy, McCollum would have cooked
You gonna
that
die on
boy.
that hill. What up, Goonie?
You'd have cooked that boy. Anyway, let's move on, DC. The next matchup we got is the Spurs matchup, and we crushed the Spurs a few games ago. Spurs coming to the Smoothie King Center to try to extract some revenge. Remember that old matchup indicator DC gave?
Yeah.
You know, they given the Pelicans to win 69.2% versus the Spurs at just under 31%.
How the matchup indicator at ESPN getting shit right, but Stephen A can't read none of this. What's going on, bro?
Stephen A too busy trying to keep his hair growing, brother. He ain't worrying about all that kind of stuff. 29 to 40.
Oh, that's a loss. He might as well stop wasting his time with that shit.
Just cut it all off, bro. Cut it off. Sherman Hemsley.
Better go to get the hymns or whatever that is Snoop Dogg and them be trying to sell.
Man,
maybe you try that.
That boy looked like Sherman Hemsley's son. 29 to 44, 15 to 21 is their
got a U-turn for the goddamn line.
That boy got a moonroof. New Orleans Pelicans 31 to 42, 17 and 20 at home, and then of course you did DeJounte Murray at 21 points a game is the top scorer. Pirtle is the top rebounder, and Murray averaging just over 9 assists per game on 34.6 minutes per contest. So, I mean, Big V is listed as the top scorer until BI comes back. But if that is indeed the case, Big V is not the top scorer for the Pelicans with BI until he comes back, or CJ McCollum.
Yeah,
But
why
anyway,
ain't CJ McCollum no love up there?
I don't know. I think
I don't know. CJ McCollum ain't do nothing but average 26 points since he got over here.
Right.
Yeah, and he's not the lead scorer right now?
Yeah, well, I would give it to him, you know. And Belichick,
I guess you can only do it with original players or something. Must be some little dumb stuff like that because he's been here all year. I don't really get it.
Yeah, I mean it's a certain amount of games. I guess their formula is trying to factor in. But anyway, it's showing that Graham is the top assist man, even though BI is the top scorer and assist man.
And CJ McCullough.
Right, CJ is over him as well. So anyway, let's move on. And of course, you see some of their Spurs inactives. Romeo Langford and Lonnie Walker is listed as day-to-day. Zion Williamson, of course, we've seen the footage on Zion going between his legs as he getting closer and closer to a possible return. BI, we know for a fact, more than likely will be in the upcoming matchup against the Spurs that'll happen. And of course, we got 2 back-to-back games.
They might hold him till Sunday, bro, because you realize they gave LeBron all of that rest. LeBron gonna be there, had 5 games off. I mean, 5 days off, not games. 5 days off by the time we play him, man, and they probably won't make sure BI fresh too. So
Yes, I
Maybe
mean,
we see him. Maybe we see
you,
him against the Spurs. Maybe we don't. But I guarantee
well,
you, we're gonna see him Sunday if we don't see him Saturday.
well, if you had to hold him out, because I don't think more than likely he'll play both contests because they back to back, just coming off that injury. So I anticipate if I have to wait one, it probably will be the second matchup against the Lakers. That seems like the more pressing of the matters. We take them down right there. That helps us big time in movement in the play-in tournament. And of course, you take a look at the top 5 games there, DC. You see a couple of wins there by the Spurs, and of course the Pelicans flipped the Bulls tonight and get on the right side of this thing. So the Pelicans in the last 4 contests are 3-1. So they're starting to show a bit of daylight here as we move forward. So DC, we knocked off the San Antonio Spurs the first time around not too long ago, and handled
Right.
the business against them. As you can see, this is the final game of the series listed here. The
Yes,
Pelicans.
it is.
You can see Spurs won games 1 and 2. Pelicans got even with them the last time, and the Pelicans can even the regular season series with them boys on Saturday. And of course, we look at the standings right there in the Southwest. Pelicans are in the center of the Southwest. As you see, the Spurs are winners of 2 in a row. We can even a season series with these boys, and get a good win, and then get ready to get to the next really big game against the Lakers, because that'll be a blockbuster primetime affair on Sunday afternoon. So how do we astutely get the win over the San Antonio Spurs? We're not going into overtime and just throwing out a bunch of energy to get the win. We got to get this one, get our people rested, and get them ready for the next matchup. How do we do that?
First off, we need to go in there with the right mindset, because last time we played the Spurs, we blew them out. This is a big game, so I don't think our guys will fall asleep in that area. But you gotta realize too, when we did that to the Spurs, we woke them up, because they've been playing good ball since then. They damn near beat the Blazers by 40 points. I know the Blazers are trying to tank, but still, they beat them by like 40 points. And what's your guy's name? Lonnie Walker is hurt, so that's a different dynamic now. When we played them, he was starting. Obviously, somebody came in. I remember who filled in for him, but the fact that I think it was Devin Vassell, right? The
Vassell,
rookie.
Vassell led the
Right.
team in
He
scoring
came
last
in for
year.
Lonnie Walker. He's playing off the bench. Well, more
Right.
than likely he's gonna be starting now. And we know that guy can hit them goddamn 3 balls, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes that could be our kryptonite. So we gotta stay on our A game. You got the dude Keldon Johnson. You gotta watch out for him, man. Keep him in check. I'm pretty sure the way we guarded DeJounte Murray, they're gonna be a little more prepared for it this time. So we need to have basically a counter for when they try to counter for what we was doing him the first time, and counter the counter. You know what I mean? And that's basically it, man. Zach Collins too is now back, so we're gonna have to do our thing with him. He's a guy off the bench. I wouldn't say he's Larry Nance, I'm not saying that, but I guess his impact would be a little similar. Pretty quality guy, to have coming off your bench, and Collins. So we pretty much just got to hold it together, man. Go in there and handle our business and play our game, bro. Which is letting our offense build off of our defense, not having any turnovers, especially against the Spurs, being very disciplined. And stand under control, man. Stand under control. And we've been doing that lately, man. So the Pels just have to play the Pels brand of basketball. I don't think they have to do anything special and go outside of themselves to beat this team, which they already know that they can beat. And yeah, I think the same thing. What his name was? With the Corey. Yeah, Herb Jones does remind me of Kawhi Leonard too, man. Very, very quiet assassin. You know what I'm saying? All he does is go out there and ball, man. Takes pride in every aspect of the game, and he's constantly improving. Gonna go down as one of the best Pelicans draft picks ever. You hear me? Ever.
Second round draft pick.
I don't care. Second, first, he gonna go down as one of the best Pelican draft picks ever. It don't even matter the round. He's that impactful, and he's still learning. He's still learning, man. This dude is probably, realistically, I know we would all say he's the best rookie in the game, but all around the board, talent-wise, I'll put Herb like third. out of all the rookies though, and that is crazy. That is crazy. Only two guys I could say realistically, looking back at the draft now, if we had a chance to draft them, that I would have took over Herb Jones, would have been Evan Mobley and Cade Cunningham. It's the only two guys. Wouldn't take nobody else out this draft over Herb.
Yeah, Herb Jones stepped up big time this year. Pleasant surprise, and even Trey Murphy. I mean, you gotta look at the Pelican squad overall, man. This team was built over the fires. There's no doubt about it, man. Of all of the losing that occurred, the Pelicans, the fire built this team, forged them together, and made them tough. It's players that wasn't tough, that didn't know what they were doing, stuck to it, and then now they're all believing and buying in. That's because of all of the losing. And we ultimately, you see the type of team that this squad is. Imagine if this squad you have now started the season, with this energy and intensity, you looking at a 45 to 50 win team right here.
We might be looking like Memphis. Out here looking like Memphis.
You could. Well, and it's going to be fun watching matchups. The Pelicans and the Memphis team go at each other.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a real rivalry.
It's going to be a real rivalry between us and Memphis, as opposed to us shellac them for like all this time. But anyway,
for the last 3 years.
Yeah, for real. So anyway,
they got us this year so far. We still got one more game against them. But did we beat Memphis at all this year?
I don't remember. I think we did. Help me.
If you can't remember and I can't remember, that's a no.
I mean, so many damn games, DC. All right, 31 and 42 is the tie. The play. Both the teams are scoring right now. They're 31 and 42. Both the Pelicans and the Lakers as the play-in. As you can see, the playoff picture, the play-in tournament listed right there, showing that the Pelicans are even with them. The Pelicans actually are the 9th seed right now, and of course, the head-to-head between the Pelicans and the Lakers on Sunday afternoon will be a big matchup. So
Westbrook says it's gonna be a playoff atmosphere.
Oh,
That's
no
what
doubt.
Westbrook
is just telling the truth. I agree with him.
He said it's gonna be a playoff atmosphere. It's a must-win for us, I believe. Like he wasn't even sure. Crazy ass.
Well, I mean, the thing is, man, the reality is this is a very important game. And we have to watch out because it's going to be some stuff going on, and we just have to play through all the nonsense that they go through at us.
They're gonna get the calls now.
Man, it's going.
Y'all know the whistle. The whistle water gonna get turned on when we play the Lakers for them. So we might as well prepare for that shit right now.
Right. So y'all better understand and know, bro. That shit's coming. Pelicans doing a phenomenal job. DC. Let's talk about the Zion Williamson stuff. I know a lot of the family members want us to kind of talk about the Zion Williamson. It kind of broke during.
You got an article you want to read to the family, Big Q?
No, I ain't got no article I want to read to the family members, but we just give our thoughts on Zion Williamson, the Zion Williamson dunk, and of course him working on this with the Corey Brewer and an attempt. Now, of course, my perspective is that that Zion Williamson, man, and let me get that on screen so the family.
Put it up there.
Let's get that on screen so people can see Zion Williamson during practice going between the legs and dunking the ball. And
but he hurt you.
Yeah, how about that?
He fat though. the court is squishy.
Man, it's amazing.
It's amazing, bro. When this dude does anything, people just find the wildest shit to say, bro. They got people looking at this dude do this. And I saw this at first on Twitter. And you're looking at this guy do this. Do you know they have people in the comments talking about with Zion need to lose some weight? He's overweight with his fat ass. As they watch him do this.
Dumbasses.
I don't know what the hell is wrong with people, bro, when it comes to this guy. And he does this, and somehow, y'all see this, family? Y'all watching this, right? Somehow, him doing this means he wants to get traded and leave the Pelicans. Maybe I need to pull out a chalkboard and start doing algebra or some shit, but Zion did that, and that means he don't want to play for the Pelicans no more, family. That's what that means, according to a lot of people in the national media and shit. That means he won't leave. He dunked between the legs when he's supposed to be injured. So that means he don't want to play for the Pelicans. And he wants to go to the Knicks, apparently, still. Even though they are, in Alvin Gentry's voice, a dumpster fire.
So,
So,
I mean,
well, let me give my realistic take on it. I think the brother wants to play. Y'all seen Zion tonight. It ain't hard to tell. The team is playing. He is friends with a lot of these guys on his team. We all know Zion isn't very fond of David Griffin. Any rifts that is really going on is really between David Griffin and how they handle the injury stuff from his rookie year, and looking at what Zion is and how he's planned his whole life to be a basketball player from 8 years old. So his rookie year, I'm pretty sure he wanted to achieve certain accolades and set records as well as win and all of that. And we did the burst thing and the season, just frustrated. So I think him doing this, knowing that they're gonna try to do the short burst and advance him to 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s. Zion want to play right now. That's all it's about. Him dunking between his legs. He believes he can play. He wants to play because he sees what his team is doing. And let's be honest, as much as we like, well, you hold Zion for next year, and I'm not against that sentiment, but looking at what the Pels are doing with CJ McCullough and BI out there, this is a special team. And all it takes is for them to be one top dog in the playoffs, and the Pelicans would very well be a contender. Not saying I would expect them to go to the championship with Zion, but if in the realm of a perfect world, he came back and he was able to play at a similar level that we're used to, the Pels will be a legit contender. So I understand why he wants to play, and that's all I take from all this. The brother won't get on the court because he see the team balling and he won't join in. He want to create something special, which I think they're gonna do without him, to be honest.
yeah, and I think really, DC, it comes a time, man. You got to look at things, man. Understand that there's a lot of idiots out there that's pushing a narrative that the man that he don't want to be here, even though he's cheering the team on. Yeah, backstabbing, scummy, social climbing, Max Kellerman wannabes that go up and try to climb by using Zion Williamson and saying such things. But outside of that, the reality is, and this is this new shoe that they talk about. This just broke right here about images of Zion Williams reported next signature shoe surface on social media. This is concept.
Uh-oh.
As you can
Now,
see.
hey, wait, hold up, Q. I just heard it. Stephen A. just tweeted something. Zion Williamson only put that video out because he wanted to sell shoes. That's gonna be the next narrative. Just letting you know.
Dumbass.
If people ain't already saying that, that's gonna be the next thing. He wanted to sell shoes, so you know. He even looks stupid as shit on his little thumbnail.
Sherman Hemsley looking ass, man. But I mean, the reality, man, is like I said, fam. We the Pelicans is on the rise, man. A lot of people scared of the Pelicans, man, and rightfully so. You should be scared. Your stinking rotten Knicks should be scared. Your garbage time Lakers squad should be scared because they about to implode once LeBron leaves back to his hometown. Anthony Davis eventually will fly the coop. What they'll be left with is nothing because we took their future. We own everything. Get ready for shitty basketball in LA, man. Y'all won all these championships. You can't win every year, man. Stop being greedy. And then the rest of these clubs, you're about to get manhandled, man. You never.
Who you talking about? The Lakers being greedy,
right?
Well, you know what I hear with Lakers fans, they be like, they just go around and pick players off of teams. They talk about Big Cat they should go out and get Big Cat, and the Lakers just think they could go on any team and just pick a player and they just automatically go on be a Laker.
Greedy, selfish bastards.
Yeah, I'm glad that they need to go through another 5-6 years of irrelevant.
Yeah.
Give us their picks.
We got all their picks.
I'm sick of it, man. They think every team around the league is just a farm team and building players for them, so they could just go to the Lakers. They could just wave some bullshit ass picks and get whoever they want.
It's time. You know, LA. It's time for some pain. It's time for some pain with your basketball. But don't worry, you got two. As erroneously as that is, you got two basketball teams playing in the same goddamn place, which makes no sense to me. But I guess
Clippers better than them.
The Clippers are better than them, and
with no stars right now. Ain't that funny?
And once they get healthy, you know, and those stars come back, they're gonna be even better. So I mean, it's about you about to take a hard tumble, Laker people, and that's okay. You won a lot of championships. Let that keep you warm. All right, so it's and listen, the Pelicans moving forward, fam. We still got a lot of building to do. People got to sink in. Larry Nance got to get familiar with the system, even though he looked good. Now we need BI to come back, and ultimately Zion will come back as well. And listen, the NBA never seen anything like the Pelicans. Get ready. We here.
Man, we a mix. I told you, Q, we a mix of the Suns, the Warriors, and the Bucks. How do you draw that shit up?
It's gonna work. We got to stay healthy, and of course, we got C-Mac and CJ McCollum and this Herb Jones. And we talk about the big guys, but it's the role players as well. The arrival of Herb Jones, the Trey Murphy coming online, the maturation and arrival of Grand Theft Alvarado, Billy Hernan Gomez's consistency. The trade that brought Larry Nance here was the perfect a person in the mixture. And then, of course,
he reminds me of Josh Hart a lot.
He does.
Josh Hart with hops and more height. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly my comp. DC was said that he plays with the same intensity, intelligence, and you're right. He has more hops and he's a taller version of him. The dude is talented. He's just what the Pelicans need off the bench. So this is about to get fun. Not to mention
you forgot one.
The maturation of Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes' maturation, that was big too. His development of his shot, and the people schooling them up, like we talked about Larry Nance, giving them showing them love and so on and so forth, and elevating them. And there and Big V, that's another member of the it's everything, bro. You know, and then of course to keep the straw that stirs the drink for the Pelicans.
There you go.
Willie Green's philosophy, the doctrine of love, has grown fruit, and everybody is brought in. So yes, we got this.
And because you was doing so beautifully,
I ain't gonna leave it all. I'm gonna give you.
I just want to add one thing to it. You know what I'm saying? And you have Willie Green's counterpart on the court, embodying everything
Garrett Temple
is putting out. And Brandon Ingram, man. Brandon Ingram has stepped up, took his leadership to another level, took his game to another level. And the only reason B.I. wasn't an all-star this year, and possibly if we would have been able to play like this earlier, you might have been considering him fifth, all the way at the bottom, MVP candidate, because he was the catalyst that started all of this. You know, when we were 3-16, it was B.I. that stepped his game up and kind of put this team on his back in a different way, because normally he would just look to score points and try to score and hope that could turn out into a W for us. But we seen B.I. playing defense. We seen B.I. helping coach guys up, telling them what to be, leading by example, getting crazy assists, looking to get his teammates involved before he even goes on his scoring barrage. Seen a whole different mentality from B.I. And he's got the ultimate praise from the start. That straw that stirs the Pelicans' drink, from Willie Green. He always gives him props, and you can see it, man. So It's a different time, different era for this team, man. And they still got one more infinity stone, as y'all looking at in Zion Williamson, to go ahead and add him to this, whether that be next year or if we get super lucky and hit the lottery, he plays in the play-in or the playoffs or something like that. Very rare circumstance, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities right now, man. We riding on cloud 9 as Pels fans. Let's keep the energy up, keep cheering this team on, because they're going to need us for these next 8 to 9 games.
It's going down in a major capacity, man, to be honest with you, because the energy of the
we can't forget about Kyra, too. I see you, Saints Pelicans Nation.
So, I mean, this is big, man. Great win by the Pelicans. They handle up on the Bulls, taming them 126-109 behind Devonte Graham's 30-point, breaking out of the slump, and it's at the right times. Pelicans have 10 games remaining in the season. 10 games, fam. 5.
Wait, we got 10? I thought it was 9. Did we ain't play? This ain't number 10 tonight?
I want to say it's 10 games remaining. Let me double check.
Okay, we can just go with that. You're probably right.
No, we can double check. We got a little time here. We get that on screen for the family members here. All right, let's go on down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 9. You're right, DC, 9. All right, the 10th one was the Bulls. So 9 games remaining. We got 2 against the upcoming games, Saturday and Sunday, back-to-back matchup. Spurs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to do something, but it won't work. And then, of course, Wednesday, March the 30th, the final game of March, it'll be at Portland. And then, of course, the April Fool's Day against the Lakers. And then, of course, the 3rd of April, we go against the Clippers. A couple of days later, a couple of days after that, April the 5th, against the Sacramento Kings. Pelicans come home for one game a couple of days later on April the 7th against the Portland Trailblazers. Then on the road for one against the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis. And, of course, come back home to close the season against the Golden State Warriors on April the 10th. 9 games in an exciting season remaining for the Pelican Nation, man. 9 games remaining, man. It's going to be fun. A hell of a ride this season. We started off rough, but you've seen the team developing. You hung in there every step of the way. We got 9 matchups left. We got the stories yet to be told. Your Pelicans is really going to shock the league, man. And next year, you're going to kick some ass, man. They can't stop us. So
we're kicking ass this year. We ain't wait till next year, goddamn.
We're going to really be kicking some ass when they get healthy next year, DC. Ain't nothing they can do with the Pelicans.
We're going to be kicking some throat next year because our foot going to be done went clean through some asses already. It's going to be beyond that next year. But
good.
You got to be glued to the TV for these last games, man, because every last game I think is going to be just as intense and exciting as the one we saw tonight. They going balls to the wall, man. They putting it all on the line, and I don't think there's a snowball chance in hell that we don't make the plan. So we got that in the bag. So now we just contending to try to keep it in the Smoothie King arena so we could put them in the blender. Y'all see how the family was in there tonight, man. A beautiful atmosphere. I think as the games go on, and it's a lot of vibes around the Pels now. You're gonna see the arena get fuller and fuller. They lifted the mandates. So hopefully that'll lead to a sold-out arena as soon as Saturday. But if y'all ain't going, go ahead and go to the Pels game if you could go, man. I promise you it'll be a good time. I went a couple of times this year, didn't regret it. And I seen them tonight, man. They've been listening, Big Q. They had baller blocking playing. You hear me? They had baller blocking playing tonight. They had the Giddy cam out. They're trying to embrace the city, man. And they're trying to give up some stuff. They were playing NBA YoungBoy in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they doing some stuff to try to.
I got to give Wild Wayne a lot of that, man. A lot of that bounce, the bounce culture, and a lot of that is Wild Wayne working for Q93 all those years. And he has a good influence on that as a host, man, and he's doing a really good job. That was a really good sign.
But why it took him so long, though? Wild Wayne know this stuff. What took so long?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Wild Wayne wait till we started to win, do the right thing. It seemed like they should have been practicing when we was losing too.
Well, I mean, we'll see, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. But Wild Wayne been around for a long time, man.
Yeah.
Met the brother a couple of times, man. Yeah. Been around in the game for a long time, man. Good to see him up in there calling the games, man. You can't get more New Orleans than Wild Wayne, man, what he brings. So much love to that brother. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. If you hadn't gotten the chance, fam, it's well over 160 of us in there. Please feel free to hit the like button, family. Please feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed with other Pelican family members. It's going to be fun, these last 9 matchups, 9 contests coming down the line. It's going to be real fun, man. And, of course, the Pelican Post Game Report will return. It won't be tomorrow on Friday, family. It will be Saturday. We will open up the phone lines on Saturday. With the game being Saturday, we'll open up the phone lines on Saturday night to recap the Pelicans' ass kicking of the Spurs, because we're going to close that thing out right. We'll open up the phone lines then, and we'll talk about it as well. So, yeah, Uptown Angela, too. Yeah, I met her, too. Really nice.
What about us? We got Sunday, too. So, you don't want to do the phone line Sunday as opposed to Saturday, but
probably being
back to back?
Well, probably Sunday probably do best. I mean, Saturday probably do a better, DC, because
bigger Saturday, game Sunday though.
I hear you, but
all right.
We'll think we'll talk about it off show because you pushing for obviously Sunday.
Because Sunday is a playoff game, Q.
Yeah, I got you.
We lose that game, that changes everything. We win that game, that changes everything. We play the Lakers one more time, but who knows if we beat the Lakers and we do so in convincing fashion, that is a shot heard around the world, and that may start their tumble all the way to the goddamn bottom.
Well, I mean,
if they get their ass kicked by us on primetime television, the way they're hyping this game, that could very well end the Lakers season. And any shot they have at the play, it could.
Okay.
I'm not saying it will, but it's a strong possibility it could.
All right, we'll discuss it and see, and we'll let the family members know as well. I'd like to thank all y'all for joining in on this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report, man. Victorious Pelicans handle up on the Bulls. Great win by the Pelicans. Feisty win. Graham breaks out. Let's hope the brother can build on this, man, and keep it moving forward. So with that being said, please like. If you hadn't hit the like button, hit it. Please subscribe if you haven't hit the subscribe button, and feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed for other Pelican family members. I'm Big Q, that's DC. We'll holler at you later. Go Pels.
The Who That Daily. That's right. The Who That Daily. One stop shop. Everything you all. Pelican, LSU Tiger, top flight box. So if you're a Who That, you're a Who That place. You stay up. Your team. Your daily.com. The Who That Daily.com. Sport Who That. Who That family? Check out family. Check out that's right. The Pro Shop. It's the platform stores where you can go and buy all the latest merch. At the Pro Shop, we have dozens, hundreds of products for you and your family. Unisex tees, hoodies, sweatshirts, tank tops, kidding, baby items, mugs, pillows, baller, bath masks, phone cases, phone stickers, bags, fanny packs, hats, and many other items. Feel free to check out the Pro Shop. The link is in the description section below. Remember, it helps the platform continue. Check out the Pro